this is James Taylor, and I'm coming to you with our fifth installment of Fast Focus. Today I would like to talk to you about the concept of persevering. There's an amazing scripture in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 27. It speaks of Moses, and it says that by faith he left Egypt, not fearing the king's anger. He persevered because he saw he who is invisible. When I look at the life of Moses, there's three things that I believe that would help us even in our day to day when you think about his life. The first thing that I notice about Moses in regard to persevering is that he had to persevere beyond the shame of his past. When you look at his life and how he became a part of the Egyptian royal family, and then as he began to realize who he really was and some mistakes that he made, even as he was reconciling all of that, he had to get to a place to where he was able to release the shame of his past in order for him to embrace what God had for him to do, the calling that God had upon his life. And just like with you and I, there may be some, terrible things that we did in our past, some things that we're shameful of, some things that we're, not too proud of. But regardless of what has happened in our past, what we may feel shameful about in our past, we have to persevere beyond that in order to embrace the calling that God has placed on our life. Whether you believe it or not, whether you feel it already or not, God has a calling in your life, and you're going to have to push past all the shame of your past in order to embrace it. The second thing I noticed about the life of Moses is that he had to persevere even through the pains of his present. We know that Moses, he rose up and he was empowered by God to deliver the children of Israel from Egypt by doing great miracles and just doing some awesome things. But even after they got out of Egypt and they got to the wilderness, they complained and murmured and they attacked Moses' character. I mean, they did all kind of things that caused him great pain, even while he was doing the will of the Lord. And if you be honest, even when we have embraced the call of God, whether it be in our family, whether it be in church and ministry, there are some pains that we're going to have to go through. But even in the midst of those pains, we're going to have to press through them. We're going to have to persevere beyond them, persevere through them, because we know that this is what God has called us to do. It may not always feel good, but we'll be assured of the fact that this is what God has called us to do. So we have to persevere through the pains, even of our present. And then lastly, why would we do all this? Why did Moses do all of this? Well, he was assured by the voice of God. He was assured by the vision that God gave him. God showed him the promised land. God let him know that even though it may have taken some time, even though it would be a process, that his people would arrive at the place of promise. And you need to know that regardless of what you've gone through in your past, regardless of what you're dealing with right now, there is a promise that God has made to you regarding your future. And you need to know that regardless of where you're at right now, what you're facing right now, you can persevere beyond the shame of your past, persevere through the pain of your present, and you can persevere because there is a promise of your future. It will come to pass, and I believe it to be done in your life. So today, I pray that you are faithful to the fast. I pray that you have the strength to persevere today. We love you, and we'll be talking to you tomorrow. God bless.